Pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Nice play, baby. Nice play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right. 15. 14.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Gets it to Gordon. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
We got 3. Right. 15.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Stacy Coley on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Detroit! Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Lauletta to throw. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
throwing on third down, Lauletta. And Ingram holds it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, Lauletta. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety, Kam Chancellor. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Green 80! Watch the ship! Jump right, jump right. Check that, go like 52 right here. Forward. Woo-hoo! Check 99! Don't take forever, okay? Check! Right.
After the interception, here's Wilson. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Four down. Check. Got it.
On second down, Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Finds Roberts left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, 0-0-0.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, let's go. Front left, front left. Hey, hey. Front left, front left. Run it, run it, run it. Hey.
On 2nd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go, 14. Gun, gun.
Wilson. He goes underneath to Freeman. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Let's go. Gun, gun, gun.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw, Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Lauletta. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now it's Loletta. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Loletta. He finds his target, Beckham. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking deep for Julio. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Shotgun. 18. Gun. 14. Gun. Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta now to throw it. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st down, Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry for Elijah McGuire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We got 3.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Looking for Shepard deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
4 down. 4 down. Cut. 380. Got it.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. 12.
second down. Here's Wilson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Wilson on second down. And this is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Patriot! Lucky 56.
Lauletta to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Bill Bice under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danny Trevathan In there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Now it's Lockett. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On first down, Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Zebra. Gun.
Now Wilson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hey! Zebra. 14. Reset. Forward.
On second down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey. Zebra.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Ball led on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at 45.
Good guys, four down. All right, 90. Tempo.
After the interception, here's Wilson. There he goes inside the 30. It's brought in left side by Tate. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Freeman again. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Kam Chancellor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Webb. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, down right around the 25. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind it.
Could be a house call. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play,
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guy's always going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.